Hello everybody, I want to welcome you to Mr. Gibson Construction Talk. With me today I have three young men who completed the HBI course. We're going to get their names, ages.
I'm Mike, I'm 18.
Zach, I'm 17.
Derek, 19.
All right, gentlemen, so you guys finished the course. What made you guys interested in taking the HBI certification course?
When I first went on the field, like how you are pictured and thinking about it, it really ain't like that in person. Like once you get on the field and you see what the field actually like, you actually see that you enjoy it and want to take it serious and want to get more into it, and it pays good, you know. So you ain't gonna be beat out of it. You know? It's a win-win situation.
What made me want to get into it, when I was driving, I used to see all the folks on the side of the road working.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what they out there doing? I'm like, I can do that. It look easy. So I was like, I got the chance to take it. Might as well take it and learn to do some construction work on my own.
Okay.
What made me do it is, my number one dream to be a real estate agent. And I don't want nobody to be finessing me out my money and stuff to rebuild a house. So instead of me going through all that, I just go through the class and stuff myself and learn how to do it.
Okay. The course itself, would you rate it easy, hard? You know, how did it?
It's hard if you make it hard. Like the work is common sense. Like if you really sit down, you really want to get to where you're going. Like you get to the field, you're gonna sit down and do that work and learn what you're doing.
And like we said, it is. The only part that'll probably be hard is the OSHA test. And that because you ain't study or nothing. You feel me? That about it. For real.
It's easy for real. It's just that 10-hour test. That's one thing that's hard.
Okay. So your experience from the classroom and then actually going into the field and actually working and doing some work. Like you, Mike, you wanted to learn more about the electrical side.
Yeah.
So you actually got to spend a day or two with the electrician and actually doing electrical work. How was that for you?
Electricity is cool. Like you get to play with wires. Like as a kid, I used to watch little bomb things. You got to cut different wires. So when I seen different wires, I was like, oh, okay. Like a little puzzle. It's fun for real. You gotta be safe. That's first.
There you go. All right. What about you, Derek? You wanted to work with plumbing. You had an opportunity to put in some toilets and some sinks and some faucets.
And I love plumbing. Like I used to think it's just like you just gotta grab doo-doo and stuff like that, but in real life, it's easy and it's fun for real. It's basic. It's just simple. It's just putting the toilet together and stuff like that. It's easy for real once you get your mind put into it.
Okay, and Zach, you got to do a little bit of all of it. You got to hang some sheetrock. You got to cut some wood. You got to nail down some panels on the wall. How was that for you?
It was a fun experience for it being the first time not knowing what I was doing. But then once I started doing it, I actually started digging it, liking it. Made it want to be my career for real.
Okay. And then like we said earlier, you know, we did the classroom work.
Right.
So you got some learning stuff before we went in the field. So you got to learn your tape measures, and then you got to see your power tools.
Yeah.
But then you actually got in the field, and I let you guys actually use the tools.
Yeah.
Right.
So how was that experience?
Using the tools, it was fun. Like I seen different tools. But me, I be in my head. So when I seen all them tools, I was like, I gotta use that. I ain't use that. So I was trying to see like what tool go to which stuff, like how you use it.
Okay.
Yeah, most tools I already knew how to use because of my daddy. But some of the tools I didn't know how to use, like it gave me a better vision on like different tools that's out there that we ain't seen before, that we can righteously use in the day-to-day life.
Right, the things you need to do the job correctly versus just trying to put it together. So we worked on a couple different houses. You guys were in a few different locations. Actually, Zach, we worked in the area that was, you know, kind of near to you because you live in the area. So you had a chance to see us beautify a house in your area. How did that make you feel to work on a house in your neighborhood?
Like, it made me feel like I actually gave back to my community. Cause like without me, they wouldn't have no house. So it's like round the hood. I can brag to my mama and be like, "Mom, I made that house." You feel me? On some job like that, it's inspirational, you know.
Okay. And how did it feel with you guys knowing that he lived in the area to be able to help him work on something to help beautify his area?
It was cool to me because like you said, that's his community, that's where he grew up from. So like, we riding past there. We worked on that house. That's in the hood. Like,
it's like helping out a friend in need, for real. Yeah. And I tell him who needed the house around that time, for real.
Give you a little sense of pride to be able to help. You know, talk to the neighbors and they see you working on stuff, making their neighborhood better. So that was pretty cool. So what was your experience like when you first started learning the skills? Like when we were in the classroom before we went out in the field, you know, how was that experience for you just going through the bookwork side of it?
At first, like when I got in there, I was playing, like, I was like, do I really want to do this? And I was thinking about it, I was like, man, this is smooth for real, like, it work. It's not hard at all, like, Miss Gia come talk to her, like, y'all need to do y'all work. We sitting there on our phone, and we're like, y'all ain't in that field till y'all do some work. Yeah. So I thought about it, like, we want to hit that field, so we all just got together and just started doing our work.
Okay. Were there any challenges that you guys faced while you were learning it? And if so, you know, how did you work through it and overcome?
That first time we was in West End at that lady house, and we was trying to find out what it is.
The breakers, which ones work which?
Yeah, and I was getting a little complicated, like it was getting a little frustrating. I was like, that breaker, I was trying to find out which one, but it was so many. And I had to think to myself, like, gotta calm down and really think about it and see which one it was. Then when we thought about it, and I sat down and looked at all looked the wires up, like at the top, cause like it's wires at the top of the ceiling that's gonna connect to everything. So once you sit down and break it down and look at all of it, you're gonna see which wire is going to which breaker. And that's how I got through it.
It's really only one thing that I righteous hated about doing their work. And it was the stuff that we put up, like in the walls and in the ceiling, that fell back down and that made it itch real bad.
Oh, the insulation.
Yeah,
that was the day y'all decided not to wear sleeves. What you learned from that?
When you go to construction work,
always keep your gloves. Make sure you got something you can put over your arm.
And don't touch your eye.
Yeah, and don't touch your eye.
And wear your glasses.
Yeah, your glasses.
Safety comes first, always. Can you share a memorable moment from your training and mentorship experience? Y'all got something y'all remember y'all can share?
When we were digging up the floor in that lady house.
Oh yeah.
Put her new
remodel her whole house,
remodel her whole kitchen, yeah. Putting the new floors down, walls in.
Cause we first got there.
Yeah, even put a new sink in there. Yeah. No. Digging up the floors and stuff.
Yeah, taking the rafters up in the sheet and putting the new floor down.
Yeah, cause when we got there, everything was coming up, and we got there and did our job about 2-3 weeks, and it was like a brand new house.
Yeah.
That I had fun with y'all on that one. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the installation.
Okay, so what's one skill you learned that made you feel confident in the field, Lil Derek?
One skill that I learned? Plumbing. It opened up my eyes and showed that I could do a lot of things that I doubt myself that I couldn't do at first. So, like plumbing and putting on sheetrock and stuff, like it opened up my eyes to show me that I could do more things that I could just put my mind to, for real.
Yeah. So how did it feel when you got to take the toilet out the box, you got to set it, put it with the rack string down, set it in place, and then actually turn it on and see it work? How did that feel?
Like that felt like there's a feeling that I can't explain the feeling, but there was a good feeling to feel because every time I try to build something, they usually just break down. I'm surprised it run again. So now that I love doing it, and I told my mom that I was going to take our toilet apart and rebuild it.
Okay, and with you, Mike, with you working with the electrician and getting the wires in, then we sheetrock it, then you see the lights go in, then you hit that switch.
That felt good, cause like he said, I was young, I used to try to build everything. But every time, it fall right apart. Like seeing me actually being able to turn somebody's lights on, that felt good.
Okay. And like you, Zach, with you cutting out the sheetrock, hanging it, screwing it on the wall, then you come back, we paint it, and then to see it when it's all finished and looking good, how that make you feel?
Like a job well done, you feel me? Like I was proud of myself. Feel me? I saw and learned what I accomplished, and I can have a better future by with that knowledge, man. By just going along with it and having a better future for me and for what I got going for the rest of my life, for real.
Right. Because if nothing else, what you guys learn is if you have to do something at your own house.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, so
you ain't got to call nobody else.
Yeah.
Waste no money on that. Now do it yourself.
How has learning the trade changed your outlook and perspective on work itself and success? Being that you got to see a project from the beginning to the end and see the difference on, you know, the changes you can make in somebody's houses when they're, you know, not kept up in good shape. You know, what did you learn?
What I really learned was like if you, I don't know, say if you got a broke down house, if you call the right folks to do it and they actually like take their time and don't rush it, like it'll be done quicker if you got the right folks, and it'll look better than it did when you had first bought the house. Yeah. If you actually take your time, like I learned patience.
Yeah, patience.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Cause
you gotta have a lot of patience with that. Cause if you rush things like putting them nails in the wall and putting it in the wrong spot, like it still can come down and stuff be here or like.
Yeah, because we had the experience where we were missing the studs and the sheetrock didn't want to
stay up. Yeah.
So it showed you to stay on course and stay focused on what you're doing. Yeah, instead of trying to rush through something and get done with it.
Faster.
Okay. So where do you see yourself in 5 years within the construction field?
In 5 years, I can see myself really trying to start my own company in construction. Like, I basically got a team already because us three, we got a little chemistry together. Feel me? I can see us with a company trying to start our own route.
Helping each other out, yeah.
So how did it feel? Because you guys got to go to different locations. We didn't just stay in one spot. And you got to see every aspect of what it was like to do a house. Like you said, you got to do the electrical. You saw the HVAC being done. You saw the plumbing being done. Like, you know, that was pretty cool. So how did that help you broaden, you know, what you may have thought about construction before you actually started? Like, what was the difference from what you thought you knew in the beginning and what you saw once you got into
it? They're like, it's more hustles in construction than what you just think. Like, most people just think it's just plumbing, electric, and HVAC. Like, but when you really get into it, like, you gotta have people that do the wires, do the flows. Some folks that do HVAC, some folks that do plumbing. You got folks that go around, make sure everything's straight. Folks that work up under the house with all the other wires, like the yellow wires that's up under the houses.
The white ones.
Yeah, the white ones too. Like, it's just different parts in construction that you wouldn't just know all by yourself. You'll need a team to actually get a job done in a decent way.
And then you guys actually got a chance to meet some of the actual inspectors.
Right.
Yeah. You guys got some motivation from them. They talked to you guys a little bit. Yeah. So is there anything you took away from like the building inspectors that you may have, you know, the little advice they may have gave y'all to keep pushing forward?
To always make sure you go over and check your work before you call the inspection, just so you can make sure that everything is spiffy clean, just so you won't have no red marks and all the other stuff, so you won't have to go back and retrace your steps and see what you did wrong. You can just take it slow, make sure everything's straight, and then when the inspector come and he come check it,
there's nothing wrong with double checking yourself.
That's right, because what we do, we only do one inspection,
right?
No callbacks.
That's right.
Oh, and I'm gonna jump off track a little bit with this. Before you guys started doing the constructions and stuff, did you guys know each other before? You guys just met? And
yeah, just met.
And now y'all friends now.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all got a bond by doing that connected y'all, and y'all still connected.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty slick. That's pretty slick. What's one piece of advice you would give to another young man or woman? Because like I keep telling you guys, and I tell everybody, it's just not a man's trade.
Right.
Women can do this work that we do as well. But what would be some advice that you would give to somebody thinking about entering into doing this field?
Stay out the streets, stay in school, and always keep your head on. Don't let nobody distract you of your plan, what you got to do.
That's a good
Don't
one.
go in the house with a big head. You know, like go in there as a team, leave as a team, so you can make sure that like every spec and every spot is done correctly, and not just you doing certain spots, then you come back another day, you do another spot. You know, come in with a team. Yeah.
Some advice I got for a female or a male: don't be scared to push yourself, cause one thing God ain't gonna do, He ain't gonna put you in no path you can't handle. So if you feel like you can do it, go ahead, jump right to it. And make sure you take your time and do it the right way.
And ask questions if you don't know.
Yeah, don't be scared to ask questions.
There you go.
Best to ask questions than trying to act on your own and mess some up. Now you gotta repay these folks for their stuff.
There you go. Because then you got to buy more material.
Right. Yeah.
You got to take the other stuff down. So now you wasting time, money, and your customer, he's looking at you like, what are you guys doing? You just messed up all this work, and now you want me to let you keep working. So take your time, and work together as a team. So that's very valuable. Okay, now this can go towards the construction or just life in general. How has mentorship played a role in your growth? So like from when you guys first met and came together to now, like how has the people that's been mentoring to you, the things you've learned while you've been out, how has it shaped your thoughts on life and how to move forward?
Like before like the mentoring and everything, feel me? Like I was just only looking at one way on how to like get a bag and stuff like that. But then as I got into it, then my mentor started talking to me, showed me different ways on how to make money. Like it's different ways in life to make money, and not just by the way of easy money. You always gotta work with you. You gotta work for what you want. Everything ain't gonna come easy.
Right.
I best said the same thing what Zach said, because before all this, I was a different person. Now that's like I seen where I could do in my life, like bigger things I can do. Like it opened up my eyes to do, like made me do I want to go out of town and stuff now. Never been, but
okay. Mr. Mike,
it changed me, cause before my mentor and stuff, I just be just doing anything. But then when I got to talk to my mentor, it made me start thinking like it's more than just the little things in life. Like it's really something out here, but you just gotta find your purpose. I have my mentor, it made me want to find my purpose and see what I'm gonna become in life as a man on my own.
Okay. I like that. Now, if you could go back and give your younger self some advice from where you are now, what would you tell your younger self?
I'd tell my younger self, start hanging around all them people I was hanging around. Because hanging around certain people can affect your life, and if you think you ain't affecting your life.
And stop trying to grow up so fast.
Yeah.
Just tell myself, turn up your circle. Don't mess yourself up with stuff with what you want, what you don't want to do for real. But don't do no drugs. Start hanging around this kind of person. If you see they ain't on the same type of time that you on, if they ain't about getting money and stuff, you don't need to hang around them. And just keep your head up and just stay away.
Okay. I like that. So you've definitely seen some growth in yourself from when you guys first started till now. Yeah. So you feeling you got a better outlook, you're feeling better about yourself, you got some goals set, so you kind of focus on what you can do better moving forward. And then you guys are still young, you know, so I love that. That's good. Yourself. Like what is it better I can do moving forward to make sure I can help, you know, reach and touch other young men or women like yourself to help them be positive roles in the community?
I just say, you know, teaching the same way you taught us.
I'm gonna say continue being yourself, cause anytime you call Mr. G, he gonna be there. He gonna tell you what it is. Like he gonna tell you like how it is, and he gonna let you talk. Like he ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He gonna tell you what's right from wrong, and he gonna tell you what you did wrong.
He gonna give you that 4 ounce, you know.
So if you ain't looking for no good little mean answer that you in the wrong at the same time, don't even call Mr. G.
All right, well, I appreciate that. Okay. Now we're gonna look ahead to the future. What are the next big goals you guys are working towards?
My next big goal is get myself my own apartment.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna go from there.
Yeah, finding my real hustle. Like I just found my hustle, but like get a career change and you know, lifestyle, you know. Like the stuff I wanna do, I want to be life changing, career changing. Like I want to see better and bigger things and new things I never seen and explore what I ain't never seen before.
Okay.
Basically, like, just work. Just keep working till you can run up a couple million to start your business.
There you go. Okay. Are there any final thoughts or anything you guys would like to say to anybody that will be watching this program later, either older, younger? You know, any advice you want to give them? Any final thoughts? I
want to say, keep your head up. Don't let nobody stop you from doing what you want to do. If you think you can do it, you can do it.
Don't let nobody tell you different either. If you feel like you smart. I ain't gonna say that, but if you feel like you out there. You know?
Just because you doing something that nobody else want to do, that don't mean you're aligned.
Don't change your mind. Right?
Yeah, don't change your ways for nobody.
Don't change your lane for nobody. God put you on that lane right down the interstate. Keep going. He put you on that lane for a reason. Don't mess up because of nobody.
Okay, so you're saying don't let nobody detour you. If you focus on a goal, focus on what you got. Don't let nobody else.
No test and drive, basically.
There you go. All right. Well, I'd like to thank you, young man, for sitting down and having a conversation.
Thank you for
It was a pleasure teaching you guys. And you already know we're going to be doing more work in the future, so I appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Be blessed.